Welcome. I'm Bobby Ditto, and here's the video. I don't even know how long ago it was that I made that video where I drew with one color, but we're here again, and instead of just starting and doing that with no plan at all, I actually put together this color palette, and I did kind of spend an absurd amount of time putting together this color palette, but this is sort of the range that we will stay in. I'm not going to stick strictly to this. This is just sort of to get an idea going and already have contrast and things like that figured out, because that was a big problem in the first video. So without anything else, I don't actually really feel like looking up references or anything today. I just kind of feel like sketching and seeing what the heck happens. I know this color palette and orange in general just kind of makes me think like fall, so maybe we'll draw somebody walking in like a fall sort of scape, so the line of action sort of there. This is very basic sort of initial sketch. We'll make them a little bit smaller. We can fit more on the page or the canvas. Not sure. Don't have any references up. We're just kind of seeing what is happening. Maybe their hand. Well, this is kind of reminding me of a drawing I did. I don't know why I'm defaulting to this pose, but it is what it is. So maybe we'll have their hand out like this, and there will be like a leaf or something there later, just to get the idea across. There we go. I think we're gonna have to move this leg forward so that she doesn't look like she's gonna fall over. Also, welcome to 2025. I know I already posted, and yes, I did record that video. I did that all in one day, the same day that I uploaded it. Other than that, this is technically my first time in 2025 recording like an actual video that was like planned and stuff. I say planned with heavy quotations. I knew I wanted to make this video at some point near the start of the year, so here I am. Does that look alright? This looks kind of strange. I've been thinking about possibly streaming on YouTube, but I know that there's a bunch of stuff that could interfere with that. But I also know I'm going to be getting faster Wi-Fi soon, so once that happens, then I might start doing some art streams. If that's something any of you guys are interested, please let me know. They'd be like really chill vibes where we could just kind of hang out, because I really don't count what I've already posted other than the New Year's one as like an actual full YouTube video. The other one was just kind of something I did for fun because I felt really pressed to make it, so I did. And I hope you guys enjoyed the voice acting. I think Cake Creeps did an excellent job. I was definitely kind of like, whenever I recorded it, I thought like, oh, I'll come back and clean this up later, but then like I never re-recorded it. What do I do with this other arm? I don't really want it there. We could just have it down here, I guess? There we go. It needs some cleanup. It needs some help, but I think this is okay. So we'll just lighten this and move to the next layer. This is a very awkward looking pose, but that's okay. But there we go, there's a leaf. Here's our little initial sketch. Probably add some more leaves and things around. For the next overlaying part, I think I'm gonna use this darker color just to get the ideas down, or maybe this one. I'm thinking a scarf, like a big scarf that maybe even like covers part of their face. And I think like we can see the bottom of it like down here. And here's a little fringe. I think they're probably wearing a long sleeve shirt. Because I mean, whatever you're wearing this giant scarf for, it means probably cold. I don't know if we should do high-waisted or low-waisted. How about a skirt? A skirt would be cute. Maybe just a simple pencil skirt, honestly. This is kind of a retro-ish look. A more retro look. So maybe we'll go with a pencil skirt. Like that. Alright, I think that this is honestly, this is pretty cute. Okay. We'll add another layer to try to figure out the hair. Let's see. Well, we already have the big scarf going on. Maybe we'll do some fluffy bangs. Maybe a bun? I think that would probably look cute. Something like this will partially be covered. And her face will partially be covered by the scarf, but I feel like I'm actually going to make this more extreme to actually cover part of her face. Even though she has that cute little smile. I think because it's like barely covering, it's like not. Or maybe we'll have it be a little bit under, but then that's a tangent with the ear. How about this? Nah. I think we just gotta make this part go up further. Okay, I think that this is quite cute. I think that there needs to be some sort of pattern on the scarf, but I'm not sure what kind of pattern. I mean, maybe it'll just be a simple plain scarf? But I feel like that's kind of like the statement piece, you know? I mean, I think this is alright, it's just kind of boring. But maybe if I add some other stripes alongside it. I don't think that this is as boring. So yeah, okay, here's the initial sketch that we have. Now we just gotta do like actual line art and then color it in, kind of merge all these together. And we can just get rid of that. So then I started working on the line art, and I mean, this is like a very simple sketch, I feel like, and it's a very simple looking character, but I think it does turn out well. I feel like when I do the illustration of all of them interacting together, like I really do wonder what other characters I could come up with this color challenge, because it started out as like a, oh my gosh, can I actually like just use one color? But now, I don't know, it came way easier to me this time than the first time. And I don't know if that's just because I've been doing art for 8 months longer, or if it's just something else. Maybe it's because I used a palette, but I definitely found this one easier than the first time, and I think it actually turned out cuter as well. And I just wonder like what other kind of characters can I make with this? I want to definitely branch out from just cute characters. I don't know, I feel like I could just get better at character design. So picking the colors for this was also like kind of difficult, but kind of not. You could see I was like blocking them out before I fully colored it in, but in my head I was like trying to figure out how to use these colors without having them touch each other. So that was a little bit difficult, but I managed just fine, and I think it ended up being pretty cute. The only one that I don't really love is like that second muted, technically the first line of the scarf, but it's the second one I color in. And I think I used that for the belt as well. I think it just looks like a little bit too muted, and so I don't really love that. It's alright. I think it turned out decent enough, and I do like the end result. So yeah, that's the other thing, is like I'm really excited for the cooler tones, the blues and such, because I feel like I could make like a really cool like cyberpunk character with blue or cyan or like purple. Like purple, oh my gosh, I just can't, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait for those colors, because like red, orange, yellow, those are colors that they're fun, they're good colors, but they are kind of harder for me to work with for just creating a character based off of that color, or with that color and that color alone. But like green, I could make a really cool character with green. I'm already imagining like a dragon sort of person, like a person and a dragon, you know? But yellow, like what am I gonna do for yellow? The sun? Like... Okay, so I think this looks pretty cute so far, honestly. I'm thinking we're gonna give her this reddish orange for her nails. I know the hands are like not my best work, especially this one, but it is what it is. What I don't know is about the eyes, is what color the eyes should be. Maybe this as well? Or maybe this on top? I probably should have done this the other way around, huh? Okay, well first let me just erase this so that it's easier to get the color down because of the brush I'm using. And we'll do the darker orange on top and this more vibrant on the bottom. Alright, that I think that's pretty good for flat colors. So let's see if we can do a background. Here, we'll start with this color, even though it's the same as her skin tone. So this one right here, this is what I used for her hair and the leggings, so I can't really use that around there, but I can put it, maybe we can have like a landscape kind of thing going on. So here are some either trees or bushes. Here, we'll take this dark color again. Shading, I'm thinking trees maybe. See, I think this is probably that orange, yeah, the orange that I used for the shirt, so we also can't get too close with that, but we can go sort of around. And if we use this for the trunks and trees and things, then it will look more like a forest, or what I'm going for will maybe be more visible. Okay, we'll make a big tree right here. Let's see here. What can I use for the rest of this space? For this really bright orange. Probably good. We can mix some of the yellow in here. Here we go. Very vibrant, vibrant orange. Let's get that yellow back so we can have some variation. And of course we will have to add some more trees. Alright, not bad, not bad. We'll also add some of this vibrant orange at the edges so that it doesn't just come out of nowhere. Okay, so let's see here. We can even use this lighter color that I grabbed earlier and have some clouds. There we go. And for the ground, I'm not really sure. Maybe we'll go... I mean, I know we could also use the leaf colors on the ground for leaves, but first I want to get some variation. Just very messy and very loose. As I do consider these concept sketches, because in the first time I did this, I mentioned that I possibly wanted to draw them all together at the end once I designed one based on each color. Well, each color of the rainbow. And maybe plus like cyan or something. But I mentioned I wanted to have them all be in one illustration, like together, and my idea for that is that they'd all be interacting somehow. And so I would probably do that as a full illustration, whereas this is more of like the initial design and concept for the character. So it's not really that finished. If you want to see my actual finished illustrations, please head over to my Kara Art and Social, because that's where I post them all. That's really the only place that I post them all, other than I also have Tumblr. So if that's more your speed, then definitely check out my Tumblr. Okay, we're gonna add some more leaves just around. I feel like there needs to be like a big tree, maybe coming from the opposite side of here. So maybe you can see one little branch poking out, but then there's like mega tree right here, and it'll go like all the way down like that. How can I add more branches without this being like... I think that's honestly, that looks kind of good. Here, we'll take some of these and make more defined leaves. They're still very abstract, but I might add some line art after we get the basic colors down. None of these leaves match, but that's okay. They all just kind of look like they're from wildly different trees. There we go. Let's merge all the tree layers together and we can just kind of either say with or without, with or without. Don't know. But honestly, I think we're almost done. So let's just add some highlights if we can, because we're pretty close to straight white. Here, we'll do that. And honestly, I want to add some blush. I don't want to do much rendering on this, but I do want to add some blush because it's fall and so it's cold. So let's see if we can make this a little bit redder, but still keeping an orange. There we go. That's a nice color. There you go. And we'll add some on the fingers as well. The knuckles. We'll turn down this. Just sort of blend it out very gently and then erase the mistakes we made. There we go. And we, of course, can't forget the other hand, which is not nearly as well drawn. I really need to do some studies of, like, just hands that are, like, resting. Because, like, this one looks alright, I think. But this one's, like, ugh. So that's something I definitely need to work on. However, I think this will be it for the concept sketch of this one. So let me just grab this dark color, put my name on here, and just shrink that down a little bit so it's not as obnoxious. And that will be it for now. Yeah, so I think this girl's story, I know the past one was a hit woman from the 50s era. I think this girly boo is just sort of maybe 2020, maybe that's her timeline, and she's really into giant scarves, and that's like her thing. Maybe she's like a fashionista, maybe she designs these, and she's like an entrepreneur in the making, and she's just, you know, walking around with one of the scarves that she made. An entrepreneur or a knitter? Maybe both. Maybe people think that she's, you know, she just does crafty things and she knits, and isn't actually that business smart, but she actually is. I don't know. I'm just kind of making stuff up like right on the spot. So I like her as a character design. I think she's very cute. I think she would look weird in any other environment that's like not orange, but I do like her, and I think that this color palette has worked way better than what I did for the red one, which was just like willy-nilly, not looking at what the heck I was doing. And yes, I know the brown, that's like, it's kind of very close to the red area. I consider that orange still. I consider it orange enough because it's not actually red. So it's fine. There are some things like, here, let me show you the color palette real quick. Nope, that's not the right one. This one right here is also kind of bordering close to red. However, this I consider orange. You know, if it was down here, that's red. So that's kind of how I decided that is, I honestly kind of base it off of Crayola colors. Like, as I was looking at the color palette and mixing things around, I was like, oh, like lobster red, red and orange, but which way does it fall more towards? So, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like somebody's gonna point out that this is yellow, and I actually kind of agree. It's like a mustard yellow. However, I've seen so many people call it orange, and the hex color that I was using a website to like put this color palette together, and it told you like the hex number for it and like the shade. Like, it gave all the shades a name and it called it orange. So whether that's actually cheating or not, you guys, I guess, can decide that. Of course, I would be biased to use mustard yellow. That's one of my favorite colors. It's orange. It's still orange. It's fine. It's not like sunshine yellow. And see over here, if you look there, there's still quite a bit of space between orange and yellow. So it's orange. It's just a light orange. That's all. Oh, and let me know if you want me to continue to go in the rainbow order, so do yellow next, or if you want me to do a different color. I'll probably post a poll in the community tab after this video goes up, so go look for that and make your vote. Okay, bye!